Next up, we should be having 300 hurdles. I don't really see much action going on there. Looks like they're taking the cover off of the pole vault pit. Must be bringing out the girls' pole vaulters. Trying to think what the worst conditions I've run in for high school competition. We had one year I ran cross country up at Dairyfield Park, and there was slush on the ground. You know, it had basically snowed slush.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the worst I can think of. It seems like every year that we host a meet, we get this is the exact stuff we get. That gets a little mushy.
I'd say last year was the worst.
For cross?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
worst ever.
Well, not only that. I mean, that was 3 weekends.
3 weeks in a row. Yep. The worst of the worst. The worst I've ever run was national championships in Ohio. We hit about 6 inches of snow, and didn't matter what you wore.
All right, it's like 3-4 years ago.
What's that?
Snowed at regionals.
Snowed at regionals? Yeah, some crazy ones. I remember
what year that was.
All right, and so girls 400-meter dash was won, like we said before, by Grace Devaney of Concord. She ran 57.28, so faster than last year, which she had won as well. And for the boys, it was Devante McCoy-Soaps of Alvern with a 50.58, again faster than last year, which was 51.12 by Zach Varau. So those are totally legit times if you're...
Varau won that from the 30?
No. I mean, this was last year. It was
gotcha.
Devante McCoy-Soaps. It was Alvern.
Oh, yeah.
The winner.
What did he get for a time? 50 what?
It was 50.58.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's very legitimate under these conditions. So they're setting out the hurdles. 300 hurdles in our first section. We've got Madeline Stevens, Nashua South. Elizabeth Hayes of Pinkerton. Margaret Polifrone of Keene. Layla Connors of Memorial. Samantha Spalding of Concord. And Elizabeth Kelleher of Manchester Memorial. Margaret Polifrone of Keene is the fastest seed time at 55.66 in this heat. Fastest seed time we have overall is Caitlin Gorgani from North Reading with a 47.5.
Stuff to do.
Yeah, no, it's right over there.
Do you guys have the 800-meter entries?
10. Not sure why he was upset that we didn't have 800.
I don't know, I guess
it's nothing that we have.
Guess we're supposed to have it.
I suppose I could have said yes and made him happy, but I still wouldn't have had him. It wouldn't have made any difference.
See this kid right here? I know we're off camera, but this kid right here?
Yeah.
So how fast do you think, what grade you would say in? Probably 7th grade?
7th, yeah, 7th.
How fast do you think he just ran a 5,000 the other day?
This kid at that age? Or
No, grown up now. He's a senior in college. What do you think he just ran?
Senior in college. 14:35.
What do you think?
Obviously, you can't look at the picture and decide.
So he goes to the same
trick question.
So
this is definitely a trick question.
So you know Evan Tangway?
Yeah.
Evan Tangway goes to the same school, Grand Valley State.
Yeah.
And so this is their best runner. How fast do you think he went? 14 what?
Well, I said 14:35, but it's probably fast.
13:37.
13:37.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't that unbelievable?
What was my 2-mile time?
14:20.
So this is I'll share a picture of what he looks like. So this is him. This is him in high school. So he changed a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'll show you a picture of him now. Well, that's him now.
I like the beard though.
Yeah. 1337.
Wow.
Looks a little different.
Yeah, a little different. 1337.
There's a picture of him
Man,
now.
it's good.
Can you see the difference? He wrote a whole story about it. You know.
Oh, it's kind of start to
Yeah,
finish story.
believe in yourself,
Yeah,
because you went from this to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What did he run the first picture?
I don't know. I mean,
5K?
I'm sure he's probably had it in him to run decent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he's probably one of those guys that
Yeah.
you see and you
It's
go,
just-
that guy's not going to be that
Yeah,
good.
so
and
that's
does
why when
really
you're teaching like middle school and stuff like that,
never know.
don't always judge a book by a cover.
You never know.
You got some kids that
My sister gives me that all the time.
I had a kid came in as a freshman, and best he could put up. We didn't get him for cross. We got him for track. Best he could put up was 5:56. Next year he was sub 5, and then he was our number 3 guy his junior year for cross, and then he was done. He graduated early, sailing
Yeah.
around.
Oh yeah,
the world.
right. Yeah, that was the guy you were gonna have a couple
Yeah.
years ago, right?
Yeah.
Fat beyond.
And he didn't have ability. So we're off with that first heat. He really didn't have, the inherent ability, but he had the mind to work. That's worth just as much as talent.
Exactly.
I'd much rather have that than a talented, lazy kid.
Yeah, I would rather have the blue collar, tough kid worker
Yeah.
any day of the week.
Because then you can do something.
Whole team
with them.
full of them.
Yeah. Now, if you can have talent and work ethic,
Yeah.
well, that's the makings of a champion. All right, looks like, what is that? Leah Connors of Manchester Memorial, maybe? Lane 5. That's who it is. Layla Connors of Manchester Memorial almost has a full hurdle length on the rest of the field. She'll take that heat in 51-52. Section 2 has Kristen Giorda of Winnicunnet, Kay Partridge of Hollis Brookline, Kaylee Sam of Lowell, Zoe Vogel of Pinkerton, Jace Y of Nashua South, Christina Grilakis of Lowell. Yeah, I try to tell my kids, I said, I've had, of all the all-stars that we've had, I said, easily over half of them are self-made,
Right.
meaning that it wasn't like they walked on and were just good.
Studs, yeah.
They worked at it and put themselves in that position.
And running is one of those sports where if you work at it, put the hard work on it, you can do really well.
Absolutely.
You could.
If you're a sprinter, you better have some fast twitch
Yeah.
muscle fibers, but
It's within reason to think that
absolutely.
anybody can improve.
Absolutely. I think also one of the things that high school kids, they're so wrapped up in their season, they tend to forget, like you're going to improve, but you don't improve every day, every week.
Yeah.
It's kind of in fits and starts and stuff like that. And really, if you're doing it right, that's the way it's supposed to
Yeah.
work.
I always said it's like a series, like a fish ladder.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get up, and someday you might get a flood and you get knocked back down a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you get back up
Yeah.
again. But eventually you climb the ladder and you do well. And
There's an awful lot of swimming upstream, too.
yeah, there's a lot of things that will knock you down. And there's a lot of bigger fish out there that might eat you up along the way. But it is kind of like
That
a fish
basically
ladder.
means
Yeah.
the moral of your story is everybody ends up as fish starred.
Yes, basically. That's what I feel like now, basically.
All right, so we got 300, section 2, getting ready to start across the track. Of course, all of these across the track events always take a lot of time because of communication between
gaps.
here and there. I see the gun is up.
Like
You got a hot date or something?
I'm
Probably.
tired,
You tired?
sore. My legs hurt.
I think it'll be over a lot before 4.
Yeah. I said we're probably home. All right, they're off. Again, it's all the way across the track. Seeing as we're taping from the infield, there's really not much sense in turning the camera anything but the final 100. And with about 150 to go. Coming into that 5th hurdle. Looks like we might have Pinkerton Zoe Vogel leading. Oh, it's actually pretty tight.
See, I think the Lowell girls. Is that Lowell with the L?
That's Lowell, yeah. Kaylee Sam of Lowell leading this.
Oh!
And she'll take it in about 52 something. So section 3, we have Annie Chase of Lowell, Olivia Mazzarol of Nashua North, Sarah Morin of Portsmouth, Caitlin Gorgani of North Reading, Kadia Rojko of Salem, Courtney Lopez of Nashua South, Madison Connors of Pinkerton, and Zoysa Kobalinski of Portsmouth.
I would say Gorgani, huh? It's probably the favorite.
I would say, I mean, she has the fastest seed time. There is Katya Rojko of Salem has a seed time that's only 0.2 of a second
Oh, wow,
slower.
so that should be a good battle then.
Should be a good battle. Of course, if those numbers hold.
Right.
There we go.
Crosswick Mountain Meet. Yeah, let's practice.
For the moment, looks like we're rain free.
Yeah, it's nice out. I just got a rain alert. It's going to start up again though.
40 minutes.
All right, we're at the 150.
12:39 is supposed to start raining again, so we get like 20 minutes.
It's like Portsmouth's
You get pole vaulted.
Sarah Morin is leading.
She's leading by quite a bit. She's doing
Yeah.
well. She's going to take this.
She's definitely going to take this.
Oh, close. So Salem girl's coming on, and Salem's going to take it.
Salem takes it. Late hitting the hurdles.
Yep.
So that's
Just that last little hit of the hurdle.
Rojko. Yep.
Never over till it's over.
That one. That was close. Sometimes the 300 hurdles can get pretty separated. So they're going to be resetting for the boys' 300-meter hurdles. Section 1, we've got Ian Woodman of Pinkerton, Sebastian Rouge of Manchester Memorial, Radames Gonzalez of Nashua North, Gabriel Victal of Merrimack, Jason Choi of Pinkerton, Maxwell Smith of Exeter, Alexander Beal of Winnacunnet, and Eden Damus of Nashua South. I was going to say the fastest time in this heat is 47.64 by Gabriel Victal of Merrimack.
Maxwell Smith, not Maxwell Smart.
No, wouldn't that have been great?
Maxwell Smart.
What was it? The cone of... It wasn't cone of silence. I don't know.
He played Tennessee Tuxedo too, right?
I think so, yeah.
Exercise.
Nice out now.
I'm going to be in about a half an hour.
Yeah, so that's what they said.
All right, the winner of the girls' hurdles, like we said, Katya Rojko of Salem, 48.23. Last year's champ was Emma Joel of Andover with a 48.72. So she and Sarah Morin of Portsmouth both went under that. So considering conditions are not good for hurdling, we're seeing times better than last year. Now you said it was cold.
Yeah, last year was a cold day.
So maybe a little bit wet is a little bit better than cold.
Windy last year.
Yeah. All right, so the boys are up. Coming around at about the 150. like Radames Gonzalez.
Nashua North winning this
Nashua
one.
North at the moment. Looks like they're all starting to close in though. He's still in the lead, but Merrimack's Gabriel Victor coming on.
It's
Going to
Nashua
be south on the outside.
Yep. Some road.
Damas.
Looks like some road pizza right
Yeah. Tough finish for a number of those boys.
there.
Gonna be pulling some polyester out of their shoulder blades.
Yeah.
Jason, are you okay?
You're gonna have a fair amount of time.
What's going on?
Like we got someone down with an ankle injury. Not writhing in pain anyways.
No.
I was gonna say we were out meet the other day and we had an awful lot of injuries at the finishing line.
But there was.
But that they didn't involve crashes or anything like that. I think it was a lot of I'm not really in that good a shape right now. So, oh, my hamstring is tight.
Man down. Someone
That's not what I was seeing there.
from the grassy knoll. They never found him.
All right, Heat 2 is up. We got Matt Whitworth of Portsmouth, Thomas Lamar of Exeter, Nick Richards of Concord, Chris Mood of Portsmouth, Evan Holland of Keene, Matt Griffith of Lowell, Aiden Paul Lermo of Portsmouth, and Richard Deser of Brookline.
He had the ambulance and all the stuff in the background.
Exactly.
Hope it's
was
not for that
fast.
broken ankle. Hope it's not for that sprained ankle.
All right, we've got Keene's Evan Holland out front by a lot.
Hey, he looks good.
Yep. And he is going to be your winner in about 44 mid. I heard him at the beginning of the meet telling all the coaches that they need to be checking in 2 events early.
Ahead of time.
One of the Nashua North guys just yelling 200 check-in.
Yeah.
We're not quite 2 events anymore.
What do we got? The 800?
200, 3,200,
Yep.
4x4.
Yep.
They haven't obviously been at a meet with Scotty Clark. We did one 13 teams on Saturday. They had 13 teams, ran the 4x8 first. Everything was finals though, and we were out of there in 3 hours and 17 minutes.
We had a long one in Concord the other day. It was just brutal. But that's part of it. We had the Special Olympics coming. They were still using the track.
Oh, okay.
So
Yep. All right, this is our final heat. We got Chase Adams of Hollis Brookline, Lance Tabaski of Brookline, not Hollis Brookline, Thomas Girton of Manchester Memorial, Adam Spencer of Pinkerton, Chigoze Adigwe of Lowell, Damon McLeod of Londonderry, Anthony Farmer of Timberlane, and Nasser Perry of Nashua North. Chigoze Adigwe was our winner in the, must have been in the 110s because I remember saying that name twice already. So we'll see what we get here as the umbrella moves into the track.
did you say was Spencer in this one?
Yep.
Yeah, he's smoking.
Adam Spencer, leading by a lot, actually. And he is definitely going to win this one. 40 plus.
Yep. Good day.
Plus. All right. So
And that was the final heat of that?
That was the final heat of that.
Yeah, he smoked it.
He did.
Crazy, the other guy you were talking about.
Oh. Did he go down?
He must have. Yeah, So you caught a spike there too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it looks like. All right, next up we got the girls 8.
It's one thing about the hurdles, it's a little bit unpredictable.
Yes, it certainly is. Section 1, we got Kayla Rowell of Exeter, Sarah Meehan of Lowell, Allison Lucci of Concord, Dantia Bracchio of Nashua North, Elizabeth Rodel of Concord, Lillian Ginn of Nashua North, Carrie Gannon of Timberlane, Serena
Starting to rain.
Britos
Was it supposed to rain
of
today?
Concord, Lauren DeShane of Lowell, Caroline Dobbins of Nashua North, Olivia Vogel of Milford, and Brianna Berry of Milford.
Step out before it stops raining.
Dantia Bracchio, Nashua North. You think that's Everdiana's?
Yep.
Gotta be, right?
800 meters, section 1.
This might be the hardest it's rained yet.
I think we might have got this right before you got here.
Oh, really?
This level. But yeah, this is as hard as it gets. Lining them up. These girls are not going to remain dry. That is for sure.
Oh.
800, 200, 3,200.
How many heats are the 800? 2 and 2?
We've got 2 and 3.
2 and 3. And it just stopped again.
On, off, on. I think during the 200 I'm gonna go.
On your mark.
Let's go, Exeter.
Off they go. Pick them up over there.
That was a little louder, didn't it?
Yeah.
It seemed a little louder than all the
Wake up
other ones.
call.
All right, we've got Exeter to the front. I'm guessing that's Kayla Rowell of Exeter. It's like a lot of 200 kids standing around getting soaking wet, trying to stay dry as much as possible.
Someone walked over to him. Yeah, someone walked over to him.
Violet and Keegan soaking, getting soaked. Have you guys had many interviews?
Coming over, we keep tracking them down and then they just don't come. I know, we need to